Today's video from Sam4S Help, we're taking a look at the hourly or timed reports you can run on your NR-510R register. So as standard on the machine, you can run these reports in X, which is non-reset, so it gives you the information without resetting. You can also run the Z version, and you can also have periodic reporting for the time. The report, I'll run a couple of reports and then you can make your own mind up as to whether it's useful for your business. So to do the X version of the report, key round to the X or manager mode, cache tend, into X reports, and then it's the second option, time, cache tend for X1 daily, drawer opens, probably a bit unnecessarily, and the report prints out the front of the machine. So you can see it's like a normal X1 report, so it's X1 report, it's dated and timed, and then it basically splits the sales down by hour, so 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, and so on and so on. So it showed the information. CNT is the number of sales or number of transactions that have happened in that hour, sales amount, and then the sales rate is the percentage of the sales of that day. So it's quite a useful report. It basically shows you your busy times of the day. You may already know this information because you know your business so well, but sometimes this information can surprise you, and the till's got the feature, so why not use it? So that X report, you can run that information is from the last time the time Z report was run. So I've got other videos going into great detail about the difference between X and Z reports, but effectively every time you run the Z1 reset version of this report, so the time report, which I'll show you how to do very shortly, it resets the data and pushes it over into the periodic file. So what that means is that the data we've just looked at is only fresh from the last time the report was run. So it's basically today's data. So we can also press clear and then take a look at the Z mode version. So it's Z reports, not financial, sorry, clear to go back, down to time, and then we'll have a look at the daily one to start with. It's the same sort of information. That report will reset, so we can actually compare the two together. So there's more, it's exactly the same information. So you got the same totals for each one because this X is for today, this Z is for today, but what the Z report has done is it's reset the data back to 0. So the Z file is empty, but also if we quickly run another one in the X mode, we'll see that that's empty as well. If we look at the X periodic, that's got data in because every time you run a Z report of a particular type, so of time, of group, of clerk, of financial, it shoves the data into the periodic reporting. So periodic reporting is quite useful. It's basically giving you the same information but over a longer period of time. So in a way, for this sort of report, it's more accurate, or it means it's more significant. If there's a particular peak in hours, of sales for a particular hour, if you just look at it for one day, you can obviously write that off as a blip on that day, but if it's happening over a period of weeks or months, you can see a real pattern developing. You can also get that report, the periodic version, in the Z as well, so you can reset it. So the Z, time, and then into period Z2, same data, but that data has now been reset. The problem with the tills, the limitation of the tills, it's not really a problem, it's that you can't go into a till of this level and say, I want my time data for March of last year and compare it to March of this year, or I want my time sales from week 51 of last year. You kind of got to develop a bit of a routine, or at least understand when you last wiped that file down, so where your information is coming from, over what time period are you looking at. So that's why it's helpful to get into routines with the reporting. But what I've done is I've created a playlist which goes into more detail about the different reports you can do on the 500s. That playlist is probably appearing on screen now, so I recommend checking that out. There's an explainer video in there, and then detailed videos of each type of report you can do. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit sam4shelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.